All right, I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. We're going to be talking about the 1010 Club and how to use that as a structure for harnessing the Elite Honors Program. It's all designed, when you look at Synergy Worldwide, you have choices. And Synergy Worldwide is a global company that operates in 28 different countries at this current time. And there's different emphasis in different countries in terms of how people want to improve their health. And so the overall marketing theme for Synergy Worldwide is Elite Health. And as our organization goes into 2017, we're going to have two basic marketing strategies. And those marketing strategies are going to focus on nitric oxide therapy, which is the flagship product of ProGen Plus. And we're also going to be focusing on the microbiome, the new product line that Synergy is bringing to the table that will be patented with a patented delivery system. And I've had the opportunity to talk to several individuals over in Europe who have been on the program through the European conference, and the results are tremendous. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to help people understand how to utilize the Elite Honors Program as your core building block in the structure of the 1010 Club to create financial independence. And as we go through this presentation, you're kind of like a test group for me. I am in the process of working on how we can streamline this presentation, be able to help people understand the core things that they need to pay attention to. And those core things, if they pay attention to them and replicate that core process over and over and over and teach that replication down through their organization, it can result in massive residual income for them. Now, I need to show the next slide because I'm going to show you some information here with regards to, excuse me, there we go. As I go through today's presentation, you're going to see some numbers. And again, like anything, there's so many variables to building your Synergy business. There's variables to your Elite Honors Program. There's variables that the income things that I'm going to show you can certainly be a lot greater. They can certainly be less than that. But what I want to show you through this whole process is how your Elite Honors Program, as your core building block, when you harness it in the structure of what we call the 1010 Club, how that can significantly take a small component that is replicated down through your organization, create for yourself massive residual income. And as I go through this presentation, if you have any questions, please stop me and we can discuss it. I just want to make sure that you understand. Now, if you go to the Global Health Makeover website, I don't have it pulled up here, but if you go to the Global Health Makeover website, there are downloads that are available to you. And one of the downloads that we have is what we call two choices. The front side of it shows people that you're first talking to that they have two choices to be involved with Synergy Worldwide. They can become either a preferred customer or they could join you as a distributor in the Synergy business, an independent distributor in Synergy Worldwide. On the back side of that flyer or PDF, you have what you see here. There's two core building blocks. There's a core building block of Synergy Worldwide, and then there's the core building block of what we try and teach in our organization, which is the 1010 Club. We're going to look at the Elite Honors Program briefly. I don't want to spend a lot of time in it because I want to get to what we call the 1010 Club so you can see how this information that you have in front of you on the slide will make more sense to you as we go through and show you the components to this. Now, understand that your Elite Honors Program is always going to be the core building block for your Synergy business. And here in North America, we have two ways that you can be Elite Honors qualified. We have the original way, which was 650 up and 150 down that you see on the left-hand side. It's what I call a hybrid network marketing model. And why do I say hybrid? Because it has a customer base to it. Most network marketing models don't have a customer base to it. All they look at is recruiting business builders down through your organization and putting as many people as business builders on some type of auto ship program. The problem with that model is the government doesn't like it. They look at that as pyramiding, And there's companies that are getting into trouble now through the FTC that they no longer can operate that way. And if they continue to operate that way, the government will not allow them to continue that process. So you must have a consumer component to your model. Thankfully, Synergy Worldwide saw the handwriting on the wall. They also saw what was being done in South Korea and in the Asian markets, and they then took and gave us what we call now the Elite Honors Program. The Elite Honors Program is a combination of customers and business builders, and customers have a greater weight to this than business builders, so that when the FTC looks at Synergy Worldwide and looks at their core component in terms of how you build your Synergy business, it will pass the test that the FTC is looking for. So in this hybrid network marketing model, the 650 up represents your customers, represents your personal orders, represents your monthly auto ship. I'll come to that in the next slide. But what it does for you is it creates residual income and cash flow. Synergy also gave us a second model here in the United States and Canada. This second model does not apply to the European markets. It doesn't apply to the Asian markets. It only applies to North America. It's called the 800 up alternative. So that if you don't have someone that you bring in from a network marketing standpoint, you can run your Elite Honors program completely as a traditional business model. What's a traditional business model built on? Customers. What do customers create for your business? Cash flow. There is no business in America that can survive without customers. If they have no customers, they're not in business, unless they're maybe a .com type of business where they have investors that are willing to fork out the cash for it. Customers are always critical to any business model, and customers create the cash flow to keep that business going. Your Synergy business is no different, and Synergy's given us this core building block. Now, when we go back to the left-hand side and look at the 650 up, 150 down, there's two components to it. The 650 up represents CV or commissional volume that comes from your monthly auto ship, personal orders, and any preferred customer orders. And when you look at what that represents to you from a cash flow standpoint, if we take the 650, back out the 150 CV that you need to have before you can start earning elite rebates, which is 25% of any volume on your tracking center one over and above that 150 threshold, you're left with 500 CV at 25%. So you have the potential to earn $125 minimum in elite rebates if you have that 650 component in place. The 150 down represents a new distributor that you personally sponsored into Synergy Worldwide for that month. The minimum that they need to come in with an activation order is 150 CV. What you get for that as a distributor is a $25 fast start bonus. So if you are qualified for the month as Elite Honors and you've met the qualifications for 650 up, 150 down, the minimum that you will make for that month is $150 in cash flow. That's money that comes into you to help you operate your Synergy business. Now, it could be more. You could have more people that you sponsor. You could have a greater volume than 650 in terms of monthly auto ship, personal orders, and preferred customers that you've created that create you an even larger amount. I have a distributor in my organization who basically focused on the 800 up alternative. All right, so for the 800 up alternative, he doesn't have new distributors coming on board. What he's done is he's built a traditional business model built on customers. So he's got his monthly auto ship, he's got personal orders, and he has preferred customers, but it's heavily weighted towards preferred customers. 90% of the CV volume that he creates every month is from preferred customers. That's new people coming on board as preferred customers, as well as he's building a preferred customer base that are beginning to reorder. Now, what has it done for him? He's built that not from 800 CV, he's up to 2,000 CV. So again, that provides for him a significant amount of cash flow coming into his business just based on a traditional business model. But here, all you need is 800 up. So that would be, again, monthly auto ship, personal orders, preferred customer orders, back out the 150. You're left with 650 CV that you're going to earn an elite rebate on. You're not going to get any fast start bonuses because you haven't sponsored anyone. But what it does do for you is it creates $126.50. For my friend, if I take 2,000 and back out the 150, that leaves 1,850 in CV times 25%. So currently he's generating over $450 in cash flow through his customer base. So understand that your Elite Honors program as your core building block provides you with cash flow to grow your synergy business. And if you utilize the network marketing component of sponsoring new people into your synergy business, you create then the potential to grow organizational volume underneath you. Now let's go to the next slide. Here is what you need to understand. You need to treat your synergy business like a traditional business, which means that you need to have a marketing business plan. Now, one of the things that we're teaching in our organization, especially going into 2017, is to help people identify their marketing plan. Are you passionate about nitric oxide therapy and what it can do for the cardiovascular system? Or are you passionate about the microbiome and how it can reset gut health and what it can do to improve the health of people? Choose one of those, and then from there, you need to market. And all marketing is letting people know what you're doing. It's not about selling. It's about sharing information. And if you understand how to share that information effectively, you will resonate with people who are looking for that information. Doesn't mean that everyone that you share it with, you'll resonate with, but it means that those people who are looking, if you have not shared it with them, they'll never find you. They'll find someone else. But if you've marketed and shared with them, then that information will definitely resonate with them, or maybe resonate with someone that they know, where you now begin to create your customer base. So what's your goal? Your goal is to create 10 customers, to create that cash flow, to know that you're going to be Elite Honors qualified every month on the 800 up alternative, and you want to repeat that. See, business is not about being satisfied with 10 customers. Business is about creating the largest customer base that you can so that you can create the largest amount of cash flow for your business. So you want to continue to repeat this component. Now, this is really important for you to understand, because when you create your customers in a traditional business model that is now part of the Synergy Elite Honors program that gives you a hybrid of network marketing, you've created for yourself an income story that you can share with others. That people who are passionate about health personally and are passionate about helping others improve their health, you now have a business model that you can show to them that can create for them cash flow doing something that they're passionate about. You have a story. That story will allow you to attract other business builders that are like-minded to you. That's why you need to have a mission statement. That's why you need to share your mission with people, because your mission, your why of why you're doing your synergy business is going to resonate with other potential business builders. And if you've got a customer base through the Elite Honors program that's creating cash flow for you, when they ask you, well, are you making any money? You can say yes. I'm making money. I've got a core group of customers that I continue to grow. That core group of customers is creating X amount of dollars for me on a monthly basis. Now you have a business story that comes out of your traditional business model component of the Elite Honors program that is creating that cash flow for you. And the more that you repeat it, like my friend Arnold, who keeps repeating the same process month after month after month after month, he keeps growing his customer base. Existing people who are preferred customers who then reorder, and new people who become preferred customers for the first time. every month. And as he continues to repeat that process, he grows from 10 customers to 20 customers to 30 customers to 40 customers to 50 customers in this process of continuing to repeat this core component that is part of the Elite Honors program. Now, when you take this and you put it into a structure called the 10-10 Club, you can begin to increase your basic commissions, your mega matches, and your leadership bonuses. So this 10-10 Club, all it is a structure in which to implement your core business block, your core building block in Synergy Worldwide, the Elite Honors program. So what we teach, and I'm going to give you the 3 levels or goals of the 10-10 Club, and then I'm going to simplify this for you. So let me show you the overall picture first, and then I'm going to come back and simplify this for you. So what's the first goal of the 10-10 Club? Well, it's to be Elite Honors qualified each month. Personally, be Elite Honors qualified each month. Now you have 2 options. 800 up alternative, where you have no people that you're sponsoring in the Synergy Worldwide, or the 650 up, 150 down model, where you're at least sponsoring 1 person in the Synergy Worldwide. Well, here's the second goal. Teach and help 10 personally sponsored distributors to be Elite Honors qualified each month. Ideally 5 on your left and 5 on your right. So that means that you've got to have some type of component within your business model that also has a traditional network marketing component to it. Traditional network marketing is what? Sponsoring people into the business. Now, as you create your customer base, I can guarantee you there will be people in your customer base who will want to then do the business. Not all of them, but a definite percentage of people will. Plus, as you create your financial story of cash flow for your Synergy business, don't sneeze at the concept that an extra $300 to $500 a month, that's a powerful story. See, if you're making a minimum of $10 an hour and your Synergy business is earning $300, $10 divided into 300 is 30 work hours. That would mean that a person would have to work 30 hours part-time at $10 an hour to create an extra $300 of income. People do that all the time because they need it to help their family cash flow work to pay the bills. $300 to $500 is a powerful incentive for people to look at you when you can show them how they can do that in an area that they're passionate about. So what you want to do is you want to be able to, over time, teach and help 10 personally sponsored distributors to also be Elite Honors qualified each month. You're teaching them the first goal of the 10-10 Club, be Elite Honors qualified. So what's the third goal? The third goal is to help those 10 that you've personally sponsored to not only be Elite Honors qualified each month, but also then to replicate goal number 2, which is to find their 10 Elite Honors qualified distributors. So basically the core component is you be Elite Honors qualified, and as you sponsor new people, teach them how to be Elite Honors qualified as their core building block, and then position-wise, sponsoring-wise, you place 1 on your left and 1 on your right. And just repeat that back and forth. 1 on your left, 1 on your right, 1 on your left, 1 on your right. Now, let's back this back down to some concepts here, as well as help you understand that Synergy has a promotional program that goes to the end of this year. I don't know yet whether they're going to continue it in 2017. All right, hopefully that they will. But the way that the promotional money works now is that if you're Elite Honors qualified and you personally sponsor people, and 2 of those people that you've sponsored are also personally Elite Honors qualified for that month, same month that you are, your bonus money is $250. If you're Elite Honors qualified and 4 of the people that you personally sponsored are also Elite Honors qualified in the same month, then the bonus money is $500. And if you have 10 people that you personally sponsored that are Elite Honors qualified in the same month that you are, then that bonus money is $1,200. Now, let's go back to this 10-10 Club. It's a systematic approach to building the network marketing component to your Synergy business. So your Elite Honors program is a hybrid of traditional business and traditional network marketing, weighted more towards traditional business to create for you that initial cash flow that every person needs to keep them motivated and part of doing their business. The 10-10 Club is a systematic approach to take that Elite Honors program and network marketing and put it into a structure. So here's your structure. You're Elite Honors qualified. That's the first goal. Your second goal is to find 10 people that you've personally sponsored and help them be Elite Honors qualified. Well, don't worry about your first 10. Just worry about your first 2. And so you sponsor, and you put one person on your left, and you put one person on your right, and what do you want to teach them? You want to teach them how to be Elite Honors qualified. You want to help them pick their marketing strategy. Are they passionate about nitric oxide therapy to improve cardiovascular health? Or are they passionate about the microbiome and how to improve gut health? Or are they passionate about something else in Synergy worldwide? You know, we're going to focus for our organization on 2 core components, because those 2 core components address every person that we come in contact with. People are either dealing with cardiovascular health issues or they're dealing with problems in their gut. So the vast majority that we run into will fit into one of those 2 marketing strategies. So you want to help that person pick their marketing strategy and then go and deploy it, market, let people know what you're doing and how you can help them. And if they're interested, your information will resonate with them and you'll have the potential so to create customers, to create this ability to be Elite Honors qualified. What does that represent to you personally? Well, the minimum, if you're Elite Honors qualified, is $150 in cash flow to you. That's the minimum. It could be a lot more than that. Your bonus money is $250, and your basic commission minimum, because basic commission is based upon your weak leg volume. So if you've got a person on your left and a person on your right, and they're both Elite Honors qualified, well, the minimum would be a $28 basic commission. What does that add up to? That's $428 of monthly income. Again, that's nothing to sneeze about. That is the start of creating long-term residual income. Are you at financial freedom at this point in time? Absolutely not. Are you in a better cash flow situation? Absolutely yes. Everyone on this call could use an extra $428. For some people, it makes a huge difference in their family's life. For other people, it's pocket change. But when people understand the 10-10 Club and what that pocket change does over time by teaching this replicating system down through your organization, all based upon the building block of being Elite Honors qualified in the structure of the 10-10 Club, you're going to see that this pocket change for some people, or this absolutely valuable amount of money of $428 a month, can become massive to that individual, no matter where they're coming from. So once you've got your 2 in place, what are you going to continue to do? You're going to continue that second goal. You're always Elite Honors qualified each month, and you're working towards your 10. So now your next goal is to find your next 2. One on your left, one on your right. Where are you going to sponsor them? You're going to sponsor them on the outside of your left and the outside of your right. and you're going to help them understand how to be Elite Honors qualified, all the things that we've already talked about. What does that represent to you? Again, your minimum cash flow if you're Elite Honors qualified is $150. Your bonus money now is $500, and your basic commission is now $56. This could be more. Your basic commission could be a lot more than that, and your cash flow could be a lot more than that, but at least you're making $706 a month. For many people, that's 2 car payments, or their mortgage payment, or a substantial chunk of their mortgage payment, but whatever it is, 706 times 12 is an extra almost $8,500 of income. Don't tell me that anyone wouldn't appreciate an extra $8,500 of income at the end of the year. Everyone would like that. And even for a person who's well off, that $8,500 is now more than just pocket change. It's significant. So what happens when you teach the concept of the 10-10 Club, the structure of the 10-10 Club, the systematic approach to building that network marketing component of your Synergy business down through your organization? Well, what is the first goal? You be Elite Honors qualified. What are you teaching to the people that you sponsor? The first goal, you be Elite Honors qualified. What's the second goal? Work towards finding 10 people that you've personally sponsored to help them be Elite Honors qualified. That's what you're working on. You've got your 4 in place. What are you teaching the people that you've personally sponsored who are now Elite Honors qualified? You're teaching them to do the second goal. Find their 10, but start with just 2. So you've got this person here, 1 on their left, 1 on their right. This person here, 1 on their left, 1 on their right. What does it represent to you now? It represents a minimum of $150 in cash flow because you're Elite Honors qualified. It's still got that $500 bonus money coming to you. Your basic commissions have jumped up to $168. Your mega matches are now $112. And so you're now earning $930 or more in monthly income. So what I hope you can understand in our conversation today is you need a disciplined approach using the Elite Honors program as your core building block, but put it in the structure of the 10-10 Club. So, be Elite Honors qualified, goal number 1. Sponsor 2 people and help them be Elite Honors qualified. That's part of goal number 2. Help your 2 find their 2 to be Elite Honors qualified. That's part of your goal number 3. And then just repeat this process 5 times. You accomplish it, you repeat it. You accomplish it, you repeat it. The same process of the Elite Honors program, which is a business model of customers. Get your 10 customers, repeat. 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 That creates greater volume, more cash flow, and the potential out of that pool of customers to sponsor people who want to come in to Synergy worldwide. It also creates for you a business story, a testimonial that you could share with other network marketers or other people who are looking for a home-based business in the area of health because they're passionate about health, that you have a mission statement or a significant why that you can share with them that resonates with them, and you can show them the process that you're doing and what it's creating for you and what it can create for them if they have put this into a disciplined approach using the Elite Honors program as their core building block in the structure of the 10-10 Club. Now, as this continues to build, again, people can get lost in numbers, and that's the problem of showing you this information, that I don't want you to get lost in numbers, but at the same time I want you to see how numbers go to work for you. That is the concept of network marketing. That's the concept of residual income. Traditional business is based upon your efforts. Network marketing is based upon the efforts of others that are part of your organization. We want the others that are part of your organization to be able to, through their hard work and effort, create a very dynamic customer base. the more dynamic their customer base, the greater the value in terms of what they're going to generate for you in terms of basic commissions and mega matches and all the other things that come. But from a minimum standpoint, if everyone's just Elite Honors qualified at the minimums, what are all these 5 that you now have in place on your left side that you personally sponsored, and they're Elite Honors qualified, and all the 5 on your right-hand side, what are they doing? They're replicating the same thing that you taught them to do. Goal 1, be Elite Honors qualified. Goal 2, find 10 people that you can personally sponsor to teach them how to be Elite Honors qualified, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, till you have 5 and 5, but start with just 2, and then repeat. So they're doing the same thing. And when the second level gets built out where they've got their 5 on their left and their 5 on their right, that's 10 people. What does that represent when you look at that from an income standpoint? Minimum, you're still getting your $150 cash flow for being Elite Honors qualified. Your bonus money is now $1,200 because you've got 10 people who are Elite Honors qualified that you personally sponsored. Your basic commissions are up to $1,540. Your mega matches, because mega matches apply whether they're on your weak leg or your strong leg. If you personally sponsored them in the Synergy Worldwide, they're Elite Honors qualified and they're building that. You're earning a mega match off of what's going on underneath them. So there's $1,400 in mega matches, and you're now at a volume on your weak leg that allows you to start earning leadership bonuses on your strong leg, and that's $110. When you add it all up together, your minimum is $4,400 a month. $4,400 a month times 12 is $52,800. I haven't checked this for a while, but that's most likely the average income in America. That means there's people making less than that, and there's people making significantly more than that, but the average income, if I remember correctly, is somewhere around $56,000 a year. That's their full-time job. Here they're doing their passion. They've created for themselves the opportunity to either do this on a full-time basis if they're traditional, if the business that they're in or their work job is less than that, they have the ability to make a decision to do something that they're passionate about and safely leave that job that they're in because they have a solid base and they can provide for their family still the financial revenue that they need for their family. Or they can continue to do this on a part-time basis and keep their job. Maybe they love their job. That's great. And they can continue to do this on a part-time basis because they're teaching a replicating system down through their organization. Core component, your core business component, is the Elite Honors program. Putting it in the structure of the 10-10 Club and teaching that replication down through your organization in systematic steps. Now, what happens when you continue to teach that? This is where the magic of network marketing comes in. This is where replicating a process that other people can see themselves doing and doing very effectively, and not treating this like a hobby, but treating this like a real business model that can have a significant financial impact for people, that a small amount of money, $150, when taught properly down through your organization in the structure of the 10-10 Club, has the opportunity to produce significant residual income. So what are these 10 people down here doing? They're all looking to find their 5 and their 5. When that's built out, there's 500 more people on your left-hand side and 500 more people on your right-hand side. And when you look at the minimums, it's $150 minimum cash flow for you being Elite Honors qualified. If the bonus money program is still in place in 2017, then that's an extra $1,200 to you. But your basic commissions are now $15,540. Your mega matches are $15,400. Your leadership bonus is now $6,660. And when you add it all up, it's almost $39,000 in income. And even if they take away the bonus money, it's still $37,000 and $700 $37,700 of income. Now, let's take 39,000 times 12. You're now generating $468,000 of income on an annual basis. This is the power of taking a core component that Synergy gave us, the core business component of your Synergy business called the Elite Honors Program, understanding that you need to treat this like a real business, which requires you to have a customer base, and then create your story so that you can attract others to you, customers that will want to do this business, and then you can show them how to replicate the same marketing strategy that you're using for them to be able to create their own customer base and their sphere of influence. And as they have people who want to join them in the Synergy business, replicating that same process so that people are learning how to be Elite Honors qualified and continue to stay Elite Honors qualified. See, I don't have to worry personally. Every month I know I'll always be Elite Honors qualified. I have a preferred customer base that guarantees every month that I'm going to be Elite Honors qualified. Every month I continue to add to my customer base. I never have to worry about being Elite Honors qualified. Arnold and other key people underneath me now have begun to understand this concept and are applying it in traditional business strategies of marketing, where they no longer have to worry about being Elite Honors qualified every month. They are just Elite Honors qualified. Now they're going into the second goal. They're looking to find people that they personally sponsored where they can teach them how to replicate the same process. And you replicate that same process continuously down through your organization. It's teaching a fundamental business building strategy that you model with everyone that you bring into Synergy worldwide, so that you can teach and train them how to model the same thing to everyone that they bring into Synergy worldwide. This is the power of duplication. This is the power of replication. This is the power of marketing. This is the power of using a business strategy. This is the power of treating your Synergy business like a real business. No more hobbies. Business. A rewarding business. And think of all the lives that you've changed in the process. All the health benefits that you've brought into people, irregardless if they ever join you in the Synergy business, all the lives that you've changed. And what happens is that you begin to create momentum. You begin to create that tipping point that as this continues to replicate, it's not just all these people in your organization, it's all the people that you personally sponsored doing the same thing. That at some point in time creates a tipping point. And one of the things that I picked up from the people that I interviewed on Wednesday over in Europe with regards to the microbiome is that people come up to them and ask them what they're doing because they look great. They've lost weight. Their skin tone has improved. Their energy has improved. There's an energy about them that is different that was before, and people want to know what they're doing. A little bit harder in nitric oxide therapy to do that process because you don't necessarily see from the outside what's going on in the cardiovascular system, but that person benefits. But from the microbiome program, not only are we changing the internal flora of their gut in a very positive way, that then affects their weight, their health, their energy, and people see that. And it'll become a very powerful marketing tool for people in the microbiome program to be able to attract other people to say, you look fabulous, what are you doing? Well, I learned about the microbiome and I started to apply how to change my gut flora to the good type of bacteria as opposed to the bad bacteria that I had. Are you interested? And then, again, we've got marketing strategies that we're building to put in place that we can then give people the information. They can then look at that information, and if it resonates with them, have the opportunity to help them go through the same thing that you've gone through to improve your health. Nitric oxide therapy, microbiome. Now, again, just as a review, your Elite Honors program is your core building block to your Synergy business. You have two choices, 650 up, 150 down, or the 800 up alternative. But just understand that if you only apply the 800 up alternative, you're going to continue to grow your cash flow if you keep repeating, but you won't create the residual income because you're not sponsoring people. But if you do the 800 up alternative, I can guarantee you that at some point in time, some of those customers are going to want to do the Synergy business. So you'll be able to add them to your business. But if you look at the 650, 150 up as the core component of what you want to shoot for every month, and if you don't make the 650 up, 150 down, then you've always got the 800 up alternative to keep you qualified as Elite Honors. But make the 650 up, 150 down your goal every month. That way you are sponsoring people in the Synergy worldwide. You're helping them to then replicate that same process. Goal, 650 up, 150 down. Create your customer base and build your story to attract people who might want to look at this as a home-based business. So your 10-10 club. Make the commitment to be Elite Honors qualified each month. Make the commitment to teach and coach and mentor 10 people that you personally sponsored be Elite Honors qualified, and then make the commitment and teach and coach and mentor those 10 that you personally sponsored to mentor 10 people that they personally sponsored, and do it systematically, 2 at a time. And what will happen? You'll have an organization that harnesses the core building block of Elite Honors in the structure of the 10-10 club that ends up creating for yourself massive growth in your Synergy organization. Let me go to the previous slide. So, do I have any questions or comments from anyone on today's presentation? If you do, you'll have to unmute yourself, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions.
Very good morning, Dan.
Yes, Dan.
I want to thank you for this presentation again. It's one that we've worked on. I have moved away from it somewhat, but it's always nice to have a refresher. And to those of my distributors who's hearing this for the first time in the detail that you're laying out, I appreciate and thank you for doing it.
You're welcome, Donald. And the core of every successful business or every successful team is just applying the basics over and over and over again. Can they become boring and repetitive? Sure. But it's the basics. The great teams are the ones that do the basics all the time, or they know how to do the basics in the situations that they're in. And that's what we are trying to teach here, is help people understand Elite Honors program is your core building block. Just harness it in the structure of the 10-10 club and continue to repeat that process over and over and over. Now, the process can be boring, but the people that you meet are not. The people that you invest in and work with and help to improve their health as customers, preferred customers, or the ones that join you in the business and help them understand how to pick their marketing strategy, help them understand how to implement their marketing strategy, help them by mentoring them in that process. That's the exciting aspect of working with people. And then you just continue to replicate that, and teach that replication down through your organization, so that not only are you building Elite Honors qualified business builders, but you're also creating leaders. And leaders then duplicate that process and create additional leaders, and those leaders duplicate the process and create additional leaders. And it makes a huge difference over time. It's a smart edge principle. Doing a small thing repeatedly over time creates for yourself a massive change. Thanks, Don. Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is Tammy, Dan.
Yes, Tammy.
I totally agree with you. Sometimes what we do can be boring, but if you just keep doing it, you're going to find those exciting people. But in order for you to find those exciting people, you need to keep digging and digging and digging, and then you find those gold nuggets. I'm coming off of somewhat of a high from last night. I had a customer refer me to a Canadian neurologist. He was put on a 90-day challenge, and I just screened him. He went from his vascular system being quite compromised to that he has no issues with his vascular system. I mean, it's the best that he could get on a device that I use. And I met with doctors, I met with global lawyers last night, as well as some finance guys. And I would never have had that opportunity had I not just kept going. And I found these people basically from a health fair that I had done. So you just have to get yourself out there. People are out there looking. These guys said, you know, is there something, you know, we really want to do something proactive, and they want to buy the product. But if had I not gone out and done all the work, the preliminary work, I never would have found these people. So just keep your head down and just keep going.
Yeah, thank you, Tammy, for sharing that, because, again, you have to have a marketing strategy. What is marketing? It's just letting people know what you're doing, period. Now, are there methods that you can do to make that more effective and get your message out to more people? Absolutely. And as your skill sets grow, your marketing will grow. But you just got to do what you said, Tammy. You've got to get yourself out there and let people know what you're doing. And out of that process, you're going to find people. And, you know, I know a little bit more about the backstory to this. And now you have the potential. You know, you had the potential before, but now the potential is even closer to being realized that not only is that person going to be a product user and other people be product users, but there's a potential for that doctor to incorporate testing and Project Plus into their medical operation, and what that could do for them from a cash flow standpoint, as well as what it can do for you from a residual income standpoint. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes, I definitely have to agree with you on that one.
Okay. Thanks, Tammy, for sharing. Anyone else before we close up today's live webinar?
Dan, the point I was making is that we, as coming from network marketing place, knows that this is what true network marketing is. And Synergy has just provided the tools and the product to get us to do this stuff in a real way.
Yes, thank you, Donald. Anyone else have anything that you would like to share this morning before we say goodbye? All right, well, I want to thank you for your time and attention. Hopefully this made sense to you. I did record it next Friday. I'll have it in the Friday newsletter that goes out so that if you need to review this information, you can. And understand again that the dollar and cents numbers that I showed you, again, there's so many variations on it. Hopefully you understand the concept. Be Elite Honors qualified, sponsor people, teach them to be Elite Honors qualified, and put it all in the structure of the 10-10 Club. And replicate that system. And do it in small chunks of 2 as you go down through your organization. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.